Hola, mi gente. Welcome back to episode 2 of Café with Cisco. Um, Hold on. Let me take a quick sip of my coffee, try to relax, take a breather. Ah, Added some good coffee today. All right, the mug of choice today. We got a cute little deer. Um, we are wearing the look for today is a Puerto Rican coqui with the flag and the little hat sombrero, and then we got a American hat on today. So I actually need this coffee today. Hold on. Another sip. I need this coffee today. I just got back from work. I was doing a road traffic detail, traffic control. Um, it was a good shift. It was, like 5 hours and stuff like that. But, you know, watching the construction and watching all these people and stuff like that and waving at people and stuff like that, it was pretty cool. I was listening to my podcast on Spotify. I was listening to The Hills, Was It Real podcast with Audrina Brody and Frankie. Um, I'm a big fan of The Hills. I've always been a fan of The Hills. I remember being in high school and watching The Hills, 2006, I believe. That's when The Hills was on MTV. Um, but yeah, but but yeah, I'm a big fan of the show. But yeah, so I was working today. I still haven't even showered. I literally just changed out of my uniform, threw everything in the closet, and I literally just changed into this. I just needed a breather, time to relax, and I still owe you guys this episode. Happy Hump Day. It's Wednesday. Still I still owe you guys this episode, and I still gotta go work tonight, the night shift. So, yeah, it's intense, but yeah, welcome back. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for showing love, showing support to the last week's episode. Hope you guys like it. Let me know down in the comments um, what you liked about it. Obviously, I'm gonna try to keep these as natural as possible, like I've been saying. Um, but yeah, big news this week. Big news. Bad Bunny is actually the freaking performer, the halftime show. You know, Benito Bowl, like everybody's calling it. The halftime show for the NFL. February 8th. I'm thinking about throwing a watch party. It's a big deal. That's the whole reason why I'm wearing the black, the coqui, the Puerto Rican, the hat. I just have to give it to Jay-Z for freaking just being in charge of the halftime performance for the NFL. That's what I hear. Um, and just choosing Bad Bunny. Bad Bunny has had a great year, and his residency for 30 days has brought so much attention internationally, not just in the United States alone. Um, but yeah, but yeah, I gotta stick to smaller words. When I'm tired like this, I can't even speak. But yeah, yeah, it's been a big week. Um, I've been listening to that. I've been, just sharing and reposting all the Bad Bunny stuff on my IG and on my Facebook stories and all that stuff because it's a big deal um, for the Puerto Rican culture, Latinos, Tainos. Like, it's a big deal. Um, yeah, so what's going on? What's going on? So this week, um, I finally got closure. I was dating my ex girlfriend for since 2017 on and off. I finally got closure this week. Actually, yesterday, I finally got closure. I finally decided I wasn't gonna call or text anymore. Since she's pursuing, sorry if you hear the dogs and stuff, my neighbor, it's kind of daytime. I usually film at night, but anyways, but yeah, I kind of closed that chapter. um no grudges, nothing like that. It's just she's now dating her ex before me, so she's dating her ex. But we've been talking on the phone and stuff like that, and like nothing ever happened. And then I was like, you know what? Like, I just for me to like move on and just like not think about the relationship anymore and heal from it, I guess, and of all the damage that it's been done on both our ends. It's not just her. It's I just decided to move on. Call it for what it is. Yeah. She said I could still keep calling. I was like, nah, it's not a good idea. I'm just gonna leave it there. I wished her the best, and she wished me the best, and that was it. So that happened this week. Yeah. So what else? What else is going on? So much has happened. I started my first detail traffic control jobs with a different county, closer to home. Literally, yesterday and today, my detail was literally like 16 minutes away from my house. But yeah, it was pretty chill, yeah. What else is going on? I was promoting the channel and promoting these videos and stuff like that, and talking to people about potentially bringing them on the show and interviewing them and stuff like that. And but yeah, what else is going on? I ran into Lula, I believe last week. Yeah, last week at the Spanish place. Lula, she's a artist from Holyoke, Spanish artist, and she was like, "Oh, let's do a collab and blah blah blah. Let's do a collaboration." And I was like, "Yeah, for sure." And seeing her video and seeing her art and stuff like that actually inspired me to get back into music. I'm just waiting to go to day shift, because right now I'm working night shift at my job. So it's like I feel like all I do is work nights, come home, shower, go to sleep, wake up, eat, go back to work. My house is always dark, blackout curtains everywhere, freaking crazy. So I got 3 months left to finish the year. I gotta finish strong, and it's been a rough year. A lot of getting sick, my health issues, freaking, call outs, all this stuff. It's over. I overslept once, and yeah, it's pretty intense. So yeah, if I oversleep one more time, I'm probably gonna get in trouble at my job and stuff like that. So I gotta try to not miss my alarm and be late to work. Yeah, so that day I was actually 3 hours late to work, and yeah, I slept through my alarms, and it just like that was I was gonna work a double, but then I got home, sat home early, and then I went to sleep, and then I never woke up until like 2 something in the morning. Yeah, it's been rough. But yeah. So in January, hopefully I'll be on day shift, and I'll be pursuing music again and stuff like that. And right now my music's been on hold, and yeah, I actually want to start doing that, again, and at least releasing one song a year, since I'm not discovered or whatever. But since I'm not signed to a label, or it's kind of intense. It's kind of pricey doing everything on your own. But what else? So much has happened. So much to talk about. I was gonna. At the end of the shift today, I was gonna go to Dunkin' Donuts, order my coffee. I was gonna record it. I was gonna order my coffee, a pumpkin loaf, and a turkey sausage, egg and cheese on a croissant. That's what I always get at Dunkin' Donuts. I drive up, I'm still hungry. I haven't eaten dinner or nothing like that. So after this video, after I'm done recording, I'm gonna go get dinner, and then I'm gonna try to take a nap before going to work. But anyways, so I pull into Dunkin' Donuts, and the whole drive-through is shut down. And then I just came home and made a fresh pot of coffee. Um, yeah, because I knew that I had to film this episode. I have to, because it's like if I put it to the side or whatever, or don't record at all, I feel like I'm just gonna like slack off and not record at all and just leave it at episode one. And that wouldn't be fair to me, to like the people I promised, to my visual, my goal. Yeah, so anyways. So I've been working a lot. I've been working a lot of details now and stuff like that. Just because I want to like, I got vacation coming up in December. You know, I always go away for my birthday, which is Memorial Day weekend, and New Year's. That last week of December into the first week of January, I always take vacation. That's not gonna change. It's never gonna change. But yeah. Uh, what else? I've been having like. Mm, today I was at work, right? And it was a quiet day. There was not a lot of traffic. It was a quiet area, and I'm literally. It was a cool day. I had like my little sweater underneath my work polo and stuff like that. And the wind is blowing. I'm breathing in that fresh air, and I'm getting emotional. I'm looking up at the sky. It's a beautiful day, sunny, and I'm looking at the leaves change, and I just love fall weather. And I'm getting emotional because it's like, wow, like just, you know, God's creation, or whatever you want to believe in. You know, people believe in the universe, people believe in different gods and stuff like that. But, you know, I just believe in one God. And I'm just like, how beautiful is God's creation? You know, I'm like, and I'm getting emotional, and I'm just praying to God, and I'm just like reflecting on my life and stuff like that, and how I got to this point where, you know, it was a complete shift, a complete 180. Like, I had no career choices. I had no career goals. I thought I was gonna work at the club forever dancing and as a male stripper. I thought I was gonna work at Amazon forever, delivering packages and stuff like that. I had, and just one Indeed post. Hold on. No wonder it's dark in here. I gotta turn on the light. Hold on a minute. Hold on. There we go. And then one freaking Indeed post, correctional officer, or whatever, for jail, whatever. And I was like, oh, that looks. And then I saw the amount that they get paid, and I was like, that the income, and I was like, oh wow. I'm gonna submit my resume. I'm just gonna submit my resume. I'm not expecting a phone call, nothing like that. I was working at Amazon at the time, and then I got a call the next day, and to go in for like an open house. And I was like, okay. So I went into the open house. Then I had to go through like an interview, and then I went straight into the academy. I did not work in the jail. You know how there's certain CEOs that work in the jail for experience, and then they go into the academy. I just got thrown straight into the academy. So that first day was so military. I'm getting yelled at. I'm panicking. I'm like, what did I do? You know. Obviously, I gave my 2 weeks at Amazon. I did a final night at X Room, which was amazing. Everybody showed up. Everybody wished me the best. That was in 2023, by the way, in March of 2023. But yeah, and I'm just like, I'm just reflecting, and I'm like, I can't believe one Indeed post. I submitted my resume, did not expect anything from it, got a phone call from a lady to show up to that open house. I go to the open house, and there was an ADS I spoke to, and the words of she told me was, this job changed my life. I bought about the house of my dreams. I was able to build a family and blah blah blah. And those words actually like spoke to me. Those words actually like told me, you know what, this is worth it. And I'm glad I stuck it through. And then worked there for like a year. Then got sent to like the police academy, and I'm glad I did that. And then now I'm doing like traffic controls for like a different county, and I'm like, wow. I'm just reflecting, and I'm thanking God for my health and my energy and my ability to navigate through life, even though sometimes it's not the correct path, but eventually I end up on the correct path. I end up where I'm supposed to be. Um, and then I was talking to one of the captains today from the town I was doing a detail for, and I was telling, actually yesterday, and I was telling him how he was showing me his kids and how they're all three of them are COs and stuff for a jail, and they're all young. They're all young and got like bright futures and stuff like that. And I told him, yeah, I wish I would have started young, like your kids and stuff like that. I would have completed my 20 years and stuff like that. And he's like, why? How old are you? And I'm like, oh, I'm 37. He's like, you're 37? I can't believe you're 37, blah, blah. And he was like amazed. And I was like, just thanking God for my health and my energy and my ability to move through life, you know what I'm saying? And I might be crazy all over the place and stuff like that, but yeah, that's what I was reflecting on today. And I was like, I get emotional. I'm like in tears, and I'm listening to the Hills podcast, and I'm just like looking at the trees and looking at these little chipmunks getting food from one of the houses, and then running back across the street and bringing food into their little houses, trying to hibernate for the winter and stuff like that. And I'm just seeing how times are changing, and seasons are changing, and it's just beautiful. It's beautiful. And how a lot of people would love to be at the place where I'm at now, but life is real, and life is tough, and life is difficult, and it took me this long, 30 plus years to get to where I'm at today. And yeah, it's never too late. Eventually I still got my college credits. Eventually I still want to finish college. Eventually I'm still debating if I want to join the Navy. I would love to join the Navy. And they take people up to like 41 years old. Eventually I'm thinking about that as well, but we'll see. I want to do 10 years at the county I'm at right now. I've been offered jobs at different departments and stuff like that, but I'm already 3 years into the company I'm at now, and I don't want to lose that seniority, and I don't want to lose, just the seniority, because you still get the same benefits, you still get the the same benefits, the same pension, and stuff like that. But it's just the seniority that counts. And now I'm gonna be able to work day shift, as of January. I hope, I pray, I'm just that's just what I hear. Just rumors, he said, she said, but we'll see. What else? So yeah, so I'm just, as I was reflecting, I was like, and as I was meditating and praying, I was like, I just need strength, God. I just need strength. Keep me up with the same energy and just be healthy. And I've been celibate now, like no sex whatsoever. I've been celibate now for close to a month, or over a month, maybe. And oh, sorry, that was my stomach, because I'm hungry and I'm drinking this coffee. So if you hear my stomach, sorry about that. But yeah, I've been celibate now for like a month, or like a little bit over a month, and I'm like, I'm gonna continue on this on this road. I'm gonna continue being celibate and just waiting for the one to come into my life and just wow me, just I'm seeing all these couples with these beautiful houses in the neighborhood I was patrolling in. Beautiful houses, beautiful dogs, beautiful vehicles, Mercedes, SUVs, trucks. Um, yeah, it's just like, and I'm like, if I work hard, I could get to, I could get there. I could get to that. And that's what I'm choosing. I'm choosing to stay celibate. That was my meditation and my prayer to God today. I'm gonna stay celibate. Um, I could go out, have fun, have one drink, maybe. That's it. No more than one drink. Yeah, stay celibate. Wait for the one to come into your life and just wow you and and freaking just work hard. Just work hard and stay clean. No drugs. Just that's it. You could go out, have fun. You don't have to have sex to freaking have fun. But obviously sex is good, so obviously you got to do things on your own to kind of like, kind of like please yourself that way. Sorry, my stomach is going all over the place because I'm drinking coffee on an empty stomach and I'm hungry, and yeah, it's been a long day. But yeah, but what else? What else can I talk about? Let's sit back. I feel like yeah, I still haven't taken a shower. I gotta go take a shower. What else? What else can I talk about? I'm looking at my car. I was looking at my car today, and I'm like, damn. Like my car's name is Tito. Tito, right? Tito the Toyota. So, I'm looking at my car today, and I'm like, damn, this car has taken me everywhere. For 10 years, it's taken me literally. It's seen so many jobs. It's seen so many places, and how it's still running and how it's still amazing. It's close to 100 and over 190,000 miles already, um, and it's still running. Um, I'm looking at my car. I'm like, thank you God for my car. Thank you God for my house. Thank you God for my life, for my health. And I just choose to be healthy and stuff like that. But anyways, let's talk about freaking Bad Bunny. I gotta have a freaking watch party. I gotta have a watch party for the Super Bowl. I gotta get snacks and drinks and set up the TV here in the living room and just have a watch party. So that's what I got. It has to be a big deal. It's gonna be seen all over the world. Yeah. So that's amazing. So back to my meditation and my prayers and stuff like that. I would tell everyone go somewhere now that the weather is cooler. It's not hot as balls outside or whatever. Like, now that the weather's cooler, go somewhere freaking in nature. Go on a hike, go on a walk, breathe in that fresh air from those trees and those flowers and those plants, and um, seasons changing, and breathe in that fresh air and just like take it all in, and just take a moment to like close your eyes, or look up to the sky and just like and just meditate and just pray to whoever or whatever you believe in, and trust me, it's therapeutic. Today I felt so clean, holding back tears obviously, because it's like I'm not gonna I'm a freaking patrolling officer like out on the streets, and freaking I'm not gonna cry in front of like this the work crews and stuff like that, and but yeah, just holding back tears and just reflect, and yeah, like, we can't change the past, but we can change the now. We can change the now, and just, yeah, just, yeah, you never know. Look up jobs in Indeed and just submit your resume and just take the chance. Take the chance to grow. Um, yeah, I wish this was live because I would be able to like answer questions and stuff like that. But yeah, today I'm comfortable, like comfortable again. I gotta take a shower after this, and then I just gotta go get dinner because I don't cook. I cook breakfast, right? Because that's I wake up hungry in the mornings. I cook breakfast, have my coffee, um, but like lunch and dinner and all that stuff, like I prefer to just order it because it's me by myself, and I prefer to just eat fresh food cooked by someone else other than myself. Because I feel like if I make dinner here, I'm not gonna enjoy it as much. I'm gonna be smelling it, and then I'm not gonna want to eat, and then I'm not gonna be as hungry, and yeah. So I just prefer to just order out, and just have fresh food every day. Sometimes I order in big amounts. That way it lasts me 2 days instead of 1 day. But yeah. Um, what else? What else? There was so much I wanted to talk about. And I'm like, I don't know. I don't know what to talk about. I gotta write down everything. I gotta write down everything I want to talk about because it's like if I do it this way, I just forget stuff, and then I think about it after. I'm like, shoot, I should have spoke about that. But there's always next week, you know. There's always next week, and I can't wait to just start bringing people on the show and start talking about them and not about myself, you know. I'm a Gemini. If you guys didn't know, I'm a Gemini, so I'm all over the place. I'm bipolar. I got two personalities. I got the angel over here, the demon over here, two voices listening to, you know, and what to listen to, what to follow. But yeah, this hat actually, it's cute. I bought it. I don't know where I bought it, but I think it was TJ Maxx, Marshall. Is a cute hat. I bought it because it's like, you know, I'm still a citizen. I'm still a Puerto Rican American citizen. And so many people are. And this land is an immigrant land. And I feel like people from all over the world should be able to enjoy this land. Um, so, yeah, that's why I'm wearing Puerto Rico. I'm wearing the USA. Uh, yeah, I don't know what I'm talking about. Yeah, so I went out. I went out Sunday night. Sunday night, I went out to Fame in Holyoke at the bar in Holyoke. LGBTQ community. You know, everybody's welcome there and stuff like that. It was a tea dance event. It was pretty fun. Everybody was wearing kilts and stuff like that. It was like a kilt theme, but yeah, it was a good time and stuff like that. And I got to see my best friend Ray, who was bartending, and yeah, it's a cute bar in Holyoke. So if you're ever around Western Massachusetts, definitely check that bar out. Fame in Holyoke. Yeah, they got food, they got drinks, they got music. They had a big event for the Bad Bunny Prime thing. They had a big event. 3 TVs going. It was packed. Everybody was watching Bad Bunny. It was pretty awesome. So yeah, I hope they do the same thing for the Super Bowl. But if they don't, I could always have my watch party here. So if not, I could always bring the watch party there. So we'll see. Yeah, I don't know what I'm talking about. Yeah, so I know the owners, I know the people that work there and stuff like that, and hopefully they come on the show after the show takes off and they interview with me and stuff like that. It'll be kind of cool. But yeah, I would love to interview Sammy and interview Sammy, my boss from X Room, because I'm sure he's seen a lot from me. He's seen a lot of stories, and I would love for him to share his point of view and what he's seen of me and stuff like that throughout the 5 years that I worked there, dancing and learning the pole and meeting so many people. Oh, that's what I want to talk. So I want to talk about deep into deep into performing. So I wanted to talk deep into when I was performing at Extreme. So I've got so many different stories. I've met my best friend Malik there, dancing there and stuff like that. He still dances there. I've met so many dancers throughout the years. Some that I like, some that I don't like, some that don't like me. Some that yeah, but some that I'm still close with. But yeah, I think my biggest memory in Next Room was meeting this there was a beautiful hot couple that went in there, a boy and a girl, a male and female, hot couple. I'm telling you, hot Latino couple. And I go up to them and I'm talking with them and stuff like that. And the wife was like, "Oh, how much for a private?" I tell her how much it was for like the private dance and stuff like that. And then um, I was like, "Oh," she's like, "Okay, let's do it or whatever." And I was like, "Okay." So I go to grab her, and she's like, "No, no, it's not for me. It's for him." And so it was for like her partner, her husband or whatever. And I was like, oh, "Okay, perfect. Let's go." So I take him back there. It was like that was actually the best private dance I could ever think of. You know what I'm saying? Like it was the best private dance. Just like so that's like one of my biggest memories and stuff like that. And then I run downstairs to put my money away because it was so much money. Run downstairs, put my money away in the backpack, all that stuff. I run back upstairs. The couple was literally gone. They were like literally just gone. I seen them walking out the door and stuff like that, um, and all of a sudden, and they invited me back to the. I remember they invited me back to the MGM and all that stuff, and it was a good time. That was probably one of the best nights at X Room. And then one of my favorite nights at X Room was actually my last night at X Room. Um, Making all this money, saying bye to everyone that supported me throughout the years and stuff like that. That was actually one of my best nights as well. I got beautiful memories there. I got some memories where I went in on a Monday or Tuesday and there was like nobody there, maybe three people, and they were regulars, so you knew they weren't gonna spend any money, um, but I got so many stories there, and I would love to interview Sammy one day and just talk about that. Uh, yeah. So what else? What else? Am I close to? Oh, I'm like at 32 minutes. It's not bad. Um, what else? What else can I think about? I'm so I'm thinking about it. Doing like the details and stuff like that. I'm thinking about it. I'm like, I'm okay socially, like having social encounters with people and stuff like that. But when it's like a beautiful woman walking her dog, and she's walking by, and I'm just looking at her, and like words don't even come out. And then she comes by a second time, and she says hi, and I say hi, how are you? And then we just leave it at that. But I'm just like so socially awkward. But I'm also thinking about in a professional manner, and I'm like just thinking about, you know what, you're at work, try not to flirt with these people because you never know, like, she might have a husband, she might have a boyfriend, like, but yeah, it's like I'm like my own worst enemy when it comes to social encounters with people, especially people I'm attracted to and stuff like that. I just don't know how to pursue it. I wait for them to pursue me, I guess, because it's like I don't know how to like bring up the fact like, hey, I'm interested, like it's weird. Um, yeah, so there's a girl um, I know she's going through a lot, and I know she's not ready for a relationship, and I'm not I'm not the one to, sorry, I'm like burping because of the coffee and empty stomach, but, and I'm not the one that's going to bring it up. I'm not the one that's going to say, hey, I like you. I would love to go out on a date and see where this thing's where it goes. I don't want to like and then mess up the friendship after that and stuff like that. So it's like now that I'm taking my journey through being celibate and helping myself out and saving money again and all this stuff, and it's like um now would be a good time to maybe bring it up, but not now, but like maybe once I feel like I'm in a better space, better place, you know, even healthier, even stronger, keep up with my workouts and stuff like that, have enough saved in bank and stuff like that. And once I feel like I'm able to breathe again and able to pay everything, pay all my bills, and I feel like I can let somebody else in, um, I might bring it up. Hopefully it's not too late, but I might bring it up. You never know. But yeah, but that's all I'm going to talk about today. It's getting close to the 40 minutes, and I want to keep this at like 30-40 minute episodes, and I don't want to like keep rambling, but yeah, but let's see. Hopefully next week. I kind of wanted to play a song, but I forgot my speaker downstairs, so I'm not gonna run down, get my speaker, and then play a song. No, I'll do it next week. I'll be more ready next week. Like I said, I just got out of work. I haven't showered. I still got to shower and take a nap before I got to go into the overnight shift. So yeah, so I'm not as ready this week, but next week, Wednesday, I got that day off. I'll be ready for you guys. I'll be ready. Hopefully I have a special guest by next week. You never know. So love you guys. Besos. I'm done with my coffee. A little bit more. Let's go. I remember Bad Bunny for the halftime show. Let's go.